Hi, my name is Florian Munch from Miningscout, and this is another episode. We're talking about gold and copper. I have a guest here, Nicolas Perrault of Fairchild Gold. He's the executive chairman, and we are talking about what Fairchild does and why this is so nice and so important in this current gold environment we're in. So nice to have you here, Nicolas.
Yeah, hi Florian. Nice to see you, and I'm glad to be here.
Yes, so let's start with the general gold sentiment. So we've seen a tremendous rally in the gold price, and I just saw a funny meme a couple of days ago where it was like 4,100 gold on the way up and then on the way down, and everybody is like really desperate now. Yeah, so are we in a really bad correction now, or is it part of a moving upwards trend and just a correction?
Florian, never worry about gold. It always takes care of itself. It's ourselves we have to worry about. So this is really nothing. So if you're into this business and trying to forecast gold over the next 3 to 6 months, you're in the wrong business. I think that's for day traders or
Yes.
technical traders. But if you're building a mining company, and if you're developing mining projects, gold mining projects, the trend is on your side regardless. So we've had some. I think what we're seeing now is a normal pullback after an incredible run, but
Yeah.
the run is really, I think, poorly representing reality. Is that it's really everything else that's falling apart. The gold price is in U.S. dollars or in other paper currencies. But if you look at it in terms of other metrics, just it'll always take care of itself for it.
What do you think? Is it mainly the inflation, yeah, compensation for inflation that we have seen like in many countries, or
Yeah, I think it's
geopolitical reasons?
inflation, and it's also the I guess that's the debasement trade as
Yeah.
well, and that's a new term that's been used a lot more. I mean, it's an old term being used frequently right now. And also, I think in since 2022, after the invasion of Ukraine, what you have seen is a lot of central banks are realizing that they don't necessarily want to have all of their money in the SWIFT system at risk of confiscation because they're out of favor from the exact views of the Western world. So I'm not passing judgment here, but I think it was a big wake up call that if your all of your money is in the system, uh, it's probably not a wise allocation of your reserves.
Yeah.
So and that I'm not making this up. I mean that's widely
Yeah.
discussed right now.
And
So
the Western central banks, they have to react as
yeah,
well. They see this,
yeah,
and
well, everybody. I mean, so it's
yeah.
driven. I think it's just like prudent management of your reserves, and it's now really started with a small movement, and now you're getting a serious reallocation of central bank reserves, and gold is now it's still got a long way to go to the peak it represented decades ago in terms of percentage of central bank reserves, which I think is quite positive. Looking at that, because I think we got a hell of a lot more to go. So
All right.
for whatever it's worth, we may go back, we may go down a little bit longer, but I think it's just setting the stage for new highs in the next couple of years easily.
Mm. I mean, we've had this gold price rising environment. It's not just the last year. It's been a couple of years. But the markets, yeah, the gold stocks, maybe they reacted a little bit if it's a producer and they earn more money. But really, in the junior markets, it's the first time.
It's the first time. I would say the last 3 to 6 months, we were all wondering, is it going to start? I mean, you had a handful of very successful advanced stage explorers that got the lift first. I think the intermediate producers and the very advanced stage world class projects have benefited, but now it's starting to percolate down the food chain.
Yeah. And so tell us a bit about Fairchild. So what's the general business model? Where are you operating? So Nevada, yeah. So that's one of the best gold jurisdiction out there.
Yeah, well, that's why we've chosen it. But basically, Fairchild is a TSX Venture listed issuer. It got listed 3 4 years ago. I can't remember exactly. on the basis of a project in Ontario that was a qualifying project. But
Yeah.
over the last 18 months, or less actually, maybe 15 months, the company has completed a series of transactions in Nevada. That's where the company is focused. And I'd like to think that our trinity is now complete. So we have three great projects in Nevada right now. We started with project that we call Nevada Titan right now. That's very close to Las Vegas. Through, I guess, three different events, we consolidated the bulk of a historic mining district there, which was primarily known for copper and gold, extremely high copper and gold, mined between the 1860s and the 1940s, and then sort of frozen in time. So very puzzling. During the, I guess, World War II, there was a law that passed where a lot of small-scale mining was sort of shut down to concentrate all activities on the war effort. But this was a super high-grade copper district with multiple mines. I think in the overall district, there's probably 90 mines and diggings. We on our property package, I think we control something like 30 or 40 of those, and we've gone back to sample and verify some of these old grades. We've gone into some mines that nobody had walked back into in decades. So we've got a lot of work to do here, but we've been filling in the gaps between some of these old mines. We've confirmed through our own sampling, a lot of this historical data, and it's really mind-boggling. And what we believe, our theory here, and what's driving our efforts and what's getting us excited, is we think that the cause of all this high-grade activity at surface is a powerful porphyry system that lies below, which the old-timers didn't have obviously the knowledge or the understanding, but certainly not the technology to go after. And that's really what's driving us. We think, the fingers of the hands were what the old guys were mining in pretty harsh conditions. And we believe that it's caused by a big porphyry system. So we've just completed an airborne, a drone magnetic survey, and we're getting the interpretation done. Should probably have some news on this next week, and that's sort of, it's confirming, if you will, our initial understanding of the old data, and we're going to be doing some more geophysics, leading the way for drilling and testing our theory probably in the second quarter of 2026.
That's Nevada Titan?
Nevada Titan, yeah. So that's really been the driver of most of our efforts over the last year. But in a short period of time, we've advanced this project, taking ownership of the data, if you will, getting our team around it. We have a very, very strong technical team, and we're, if the game plan is very simple. If we can confirm by drilling the presence of a tier 1 or 2 porphyry system, 12-minute helicopter ride from Las Vegas, it's game over. Okay.
Yeah,
so that's it for Nevada Titan. Then recently we've announced, probably you want us to talk about that, an MOU to acquire the Golden Arrow project. This is in the same general Walker Lane belt, but straight up to the north. And this is a more advanced stage project for us. It balances the portfolio, and it's a project that has already a measured indicated resource, open pittable, with about 350,000 ounces of gold, 5 million ounces of silver. And it's a project that was marginal at $2,000 gold, marginal at best, but at $4,000 gold, we believe that this thing is going to be a mine. So, it's got a lot of exploration upside. Extensive geophysics were done. There was this thing is ready for more exploration, and there's already some priority targets identified. We feel pretty comfortable that this resource can and will be expanded significantly. But right now, that is not our focus. Our focus is to try to see through a PEA, which we want to get done ASAP. If we think we can prove to the world that this can be a profitable little mine at these prices. And so any future activity there will depend on the outcome of the PEA that we plan to conduct.
Awesome. And project number 3?
Yeah, and the project, I was really pleased with this because it gives us an immediate call option on 350,000 ounces of gold.
Mm.
So when you see gold going up every day, and now Fairchild is not just exploration. We already have with this transaction, we're going to have ounces on the balance sheet to try to capitalize on near-term production. That's really what we're gearing for here. We're not. We're going to see if we can put this thing into production in the next 2 to 3 years maximum.
Okay, project number three.
That's fairly fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So we're calling this the Carlin Queen. So a couple of people asked me why Carlin Queen. Well, it's not. It's in the shadows of Midas, King Midas, right? So the Midas mine is one of the highest grading mines in the. I think Midas and Hollister. This project is situated on strike. I mean, just right on the Carlin Trend, but between Midas and Hollister. Midas and Hollister are two of the five highest grading gold mines in the world. Okay, so we have a very, very interesting. So what I know it sounds a little bit weird, but when you're playing Monopoly as a kid, if you had the opportunity to buy a property between Boardwalk and Park Place, this is what this is.
Yes.
So we have a very, 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 very good location. So this gives us a footprint right in the Carlin Trend. Geophysics done, and this is drill ready as far as we're concerned. So probably, so we need to take full ownership of the data, but I think we will be able to start putting together drill targets or refining drill targets and looking to drill this sometime in 2026.
Okay, let's talk about financials. So the current market cap I see around 13 million Canadian only at 8 cents. But the company has had in the last month a tremendous development in terms of M&A activity, and Fairchild is capitalized. So the money for future drilling, yeah,
Yeah,
is in the
we're
bank.
future drilling. We're going to need to raise more capital
Oh,
down the road. Like any junior company, we'll try to do this, judiciously and while minimizing dilution. But we're good for a while here, and certainly a project like Nevada Titan is going to be quite an undertaking so I think the way we're going to try to do this is finish the second round of geophysics and put all this out, and then we'll see either we fund this on our own, depending on the response in the market, or we bring in a strategic to help us fund this. We already had visits from the strategics on the site, so they are waiting for strategic financials and strategics from the industry, and awaiting our data on the geophysical work. That's sort of the next step to conclude these discussions or to advance them further. I think it'll be more of a function of what kind of appetite we can get from strategics. So the location is quite unique, Florian. Okay, so we'll have to make that decision once we fully have the results from the following up round of geophysics and the current one.
Yeah, I
So
guess the plan will evolve based on the
well,
data.
it's either you dilute a little bit at the share level or at the project level, but I think we have if we are able to confirm what we believe our theory is, and get people to pay attention to this, the potential for a tier 1, tier 2 porphyry within 35-minute drive from Las Vegas, I think is quite compelling. And there are a lot of big players in the state. A lot of the copper majors are in Nevada, so jurisdiction is not an issue. We're not concerned about that. I think that's why we've chosen Nevada.
Yeah.
And the whole onshoring, I think, initiative, which I think is a great idea, and in Washington, the renewed push for mining, and copper is perceived as an important metal in the whole energy transition. I mean, there is no green energy revolution without copper. Just simply fact. I mean, all these data centers, everything. There's none of that exists without copper. And the concern we've also seen a lot of big mining companies, without naming anybody, but really pulling out of some exotic jurisdictions for one reason or another, security, permitting, etc. So I think that there will be a premium to be paid for projects in Nevada. So as long as they've got the potential to be world class.
Awesome. Give us a bit of a timeline for upcoming news flow and the drilling and which project.
So drilling, we're looking at Q2. That's what we're targeting right now. So working our way backwards from that at Nevada Titan. Still a lot of interpretation on. We've done a lot of work in the last. We've done a lot of work in the last 12 months, and now we need to and the latest round of geophysics has to be interpreted, and so we should have some news on that next week. That's what we're targeting, and that'll help us plan the final round of geophysics prior to drilling. We're still going to have some field work done. The drone mag survey has confirmed some targets that we believe we had, but it's also unveiled other ones, which we're going to now visit over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we still have before Christmas another 3-4 weeks of work in the field, which may, I'm hoping we'll have a few surprises from what I can see here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So Fairchild Gold on TSX Venture FAIR. And we will also post the WKN for our German investors below. So thank you, Nicolas, for the interview. And see you next time.
Okay, thank you for it.